What is up, guys? Welcome to the 764th video on the channel. I hope you guys like this, so make sure to like and subscribe. And this is the things I want to see in Halo Infinite, which will probably not happen, but things are things, and it's probably already too late. It's definitely already too late, but I just want to get my opinion out there. So to start off, I want to talk about quicker time to kills. I think definitely should not be like Halo 2 or Halo 3. And just in my opinion, is way too long. I don't like 4-second encounters with somebody. I want to be nice and quick and then you're done 3 seconds at the max. And that's the thing that I don't like. I just am infuriated with Halo 2 and 3 at the fact why they're so long to kill somebody. Like, it's just absurd. And to combat that, instead of making 3 burst, how about just 2 burst? Just make it a little bit lighter on you. It'd be a lot better. And definitely not too quick to the fact where it's like CS:GO types of fast or Call of Duty, but just 2 burst. 2 bursts would be completely fine if it's a battle rifle, if they're bringing back the battle rifle. If not, DMR, maybe like 4 or 5 shots, enough to make it somewhat long, but not too long like Halo 2. I know people like Halo 2, and you can do the button mashing, but that is a little too complex for a lot of people, especially the average competitive player. So I just think they should do that. But moving on to our next talking point is microtransactions. Halo 5 did that awful, and even though I think it's not intrusive to say Battlefront 2 at the time or something along those lines, it was definitely a terrible. Microtransactions are always terrible, no matter what the thing is. Maybe if they want to include not maybe microtransactions as a whole. You obviously, especially for free games, microtransactions are needed just so they make money, of course. But $60 games and you're doing gambling? Are you kidding me? A good way to combat that is to make microtransactions like Titanfall. Titanfall does it to you actually get what you want and not gamble for it. And that seems good microtransactions to me, but I don't even think a $60 game should have microtransactions. That's kind of stupid. But on to our next talking point is playable elites. Oh man, I love when Halo Reach, Halo 3, Halo 2 all came out with Halo, or when I found out, or they came out with playable elites. I wasn't around when Halo 2 and 3 were a thing. Well, I was, but I was a little too young. But it definitely should have playable elites, because playable elites, they always brought fun and diversity to multiplayer. And Halo Reach Invasion was excellent in the way that it utilized different species and stuff. That was a great method. I love that, and I definitely think they should bring back Invasion. I want a fast-paced multiplayer for our next. This is our next talk. A fast-paced multiplayer. You might be wondering, like, what? What do you mean? It's already fast-paced. What I mean is not necessarily fast-paced, but a little quicker and quicker moving through the match. Like, maybe you're not just so slow when you're not sprinting to where it's like you can get through half of the map in like 20 seconds. It's just absurd. Maybe like if they don't even put sprint in the game, just make it a little bit faster so I can at least get to one place to another without fearing when I'm out the open that I'm gonna die, because I play a lot of SWAT and you're just one shot when you go into the open, so like I'm super slow. What's the point of even going out the open? And that just restricts the game even a little more, if you get what I mean. But that's completely opinion based. On to our next thing. It's I want a good overarching story. A great story goes a long ways, and that explains it with Halo 2, even though how bad it was and or bad the development was, it had a great story even with left out parts of it, and it is amazing. And that literally carried the game for me and a lot of people. It was golden, golden. Probably the best story in Halo. So that's what I want in Halo Infinite, and I don't necessarily think it doesn't have to be as good as Halo 2, but I want it to be really good. I want like dynamic characters, things, developing characters. I just don't want a bunch of static characters. Static characters are what Bungie was made for, and like was what Bungie did, and they did a lot of static characters, and maybe and 343 went ahead and made some Chief dynamic, which was not bad. I'd love to see the main character develop a little more off of Halo 4 instead of become static again in Halo 5. I just don't really like static main characters unless it's like Halo 3 ODST or something. Like I like to see Master Chief develop more. On to our next one. It is enhanced movement. I didn't mind enhanced movement. I actually kind of liked it in Halo 5. You guys don't, and it kind of takes away the old spirit of Halo, but they're adding what these people don't get is that they're trying to add on to the game. Maybe people don't like enhanced movement, but that that offers a lot of more opportunities to succeed like in a 1v3 or something. It gives you a lot more scenarios in a competitive scene. I don't know, but I don't really want enhanced movement, but I wouldn't mind it. But so instead, I think they should have sprint. I know you guys don't like sprint either, but I like especially the Halo Reach sprint where it's only limited. Maybe not Halo 4 where it's not even like a ability. Maybe they just use the ability like Halo Reach, not like all their abilities, just the sprint, and you have a limited amount of sprint, and then you go. Sprint literally it also adds another plethora of scenarios, and it's amazing. But moving on is maybe we can have a tale of two perspectives. I think it should go back to not the extreme setting of Halo Reach, or not Halo Reach, Halo 5 with its, what's it called? It's like Spartan Lock, how he had like literally like 65% of the story, not even, maybe even more. Maybe make it like Arbiter in Chief again or something like that. That would be great. That would be great to see, and that would be awesome again, especially or maybe like Blue Team. You never know. Just maybe a tale of two perspectives. Maybe even in the enemy team. Maybe just to see, just like the Arbiter, like the Banished. Maybe Banished has one. I don't know. But moving on, we have the plentiful. I want a plentiful amount of game types. I can't stress this enough. When Halo 5 came out, it had literally nothing. Oh my god, it had nothing. So please Halo Infinite 343, come out with a lot of game types, like 15 game types, probably even more. Please, definitely custom games too. That also brings a lot of diversity to the community. And piggybacking on that, no repetitive campaign missions. This I cannot stress enough with Halo Combat Evolved. It is so repetitive and so annoying. The library and what was it? The snow map. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not even gonna show it because I showed it in my last Halo that I forgot about again because it was such a bad mission. I hated it. They were so repetitive, and I just kept seeing recycled garbage with. It was literally was the same area, but with different enemies. I know you guys are gonna give me flack for that, but I just don't like it, and you guys have to see where I'm coming from. I hate going through that literal Forerunner structure over and over again, just with new enemies placed in different spots. That's not fun. That is not fun. And the library, not fun. Not fun. It's so bad. I hate going through and seeing the same thing over again. The one thing I hate so much about Combat Evolved, and I don't want to see any of it in Halo Infinite. But also with the campaign, maybe we can have three types of enemies. Maybe we can have the Flood, the Banished, and the Created. I think that would be pretty cool. But if done right, I definitely don't want just the Flood to be thrown in there for no reason. Just if there's gonna be three enemies, make it worthwhile. That would be that would also be pretty cool. Fighting the Flood against the Prometheans, because that's literally what it was. I mean, the Prometheans were built to fight the Flood, so maybe just like instead of seeing a Promethean covenant war in Halo 4. You can have a what is it? A maybe a flood Promethean war that you stumble into. That would be so cool, and I would love to see that. And also have the Banished on the side because they just got confirmed in that trailer. I'd love for you guys to check that out if you haven't already. And sticking with the campaign, I think we should bring back the Arbiter, but not the way Halo 5 did. I think we should bring him back in a more impactful way to the storyline of Halo. Definitely utilize the Arbiter, like just like in Halo 2. Utilizing the Arbiter like in Halo 2 in your game will be as good as Halo 2, maybe even better. He's literally what made Halo 2 so good. Him and the Master Chief being together, and I think with him in the game would boost it a lot, especially for fan service or whatever it's called. It would make the game pretty cool. Next up, we should they 343 should definitely issue mod support. Mod support is essential to keeping a game's longevity, and Valve does this perfect with their games. They have a workshop in CS:GO, Left 4 Dead, Half-Life. They even have Gary's mod, and they have a integrated workshop to increase the longevity and lifetime of games even past their date. Like Left 4 Dead is still active to this day. CS:GO is still 20 years old, just as old as Halo. And Halo 343 is not seeming to do this. I mean, you can do mods in Master Chief Collection, but it is a little more difficult. Why can't they just add a workshop? I just don't get that. And to finish this video off, I think making the campaign lore friendly and just appealing to lore heads like me and legendary and other people like Hidden Experience and people like that. Maybe add not maybe you should probably add lore or book integrated characters, maybe even just side terminals, or maybe just introduce them in the game because it is Zeta Halo after all. So just add that and it would be pretty cool. Actually, one more thing before I go. For me, as you know, I finished every campaign on Legendary, every single one, every main line, not Halo Wars and stuff like that. But the first-person shooter, finish every single Legendary in the MCC. Make the Legendary balanced. Definitely make the Legendary balanced. Making a balanced Legendary is one of the most important things for competitive campaign players like me. I don't even know what to call myself. I am an avid campaign person. Like, I like the lore and stuff, but I just love playing campaigns and stories. I love good stories. I love good everything. Definitely make a balance, not Halo 2. Halo 5's balanced. Halo 4's balanced. Halo 3's balanced. Halo 1's balanced. Nothing like Halo 2, please. I know it won't be like Halo 2 because it's not. This is not going through a hellish development, so we'll be good with that. But that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. I'll see you later.